Hi, I'm Misha,
And I'm Rohan, and we're parents of 2 boys.
and we've built a passive house with Marvel Homes. Well, I love it. This is the ultimate exciting stage, I think. Yeah, super excited because, the build has been 2-ish years, but the process of thinking, planning, way longer. So in terms of feelings, this is the ultimate satisfaction.
Yeah, for me, as soon as I walked in, I was like, wow, this is how we planned it, this is how the render looked. And when we actually first saw the render, we're like, wow, this render looks really good. I hope we can get this. And yeah, I think we've achieved this actually pretty much to the dot. So very satisfied is the feeling, and tremendously happy. The big thing for us was we had moisture issues in the previous house, so we wanted to eliminate that. Our family had grown, so we wanted to obviously have a slightly bigger house with more bedrooms, and we wanted to have better use of the space. We did not have a backyard, we didn't have a pool. There's a lot of wasted space at the front, so hence the whole redesign. Better use of space, very energy efficient home is what we were after. Yeah, so we had massive mold issues. The house was always 6 to 7 degrees colder during winter inside than was outside, and during summer upstairs was an oven, and we just did not want that. We had looked up passive houses. My wife has
Seasonal
allergies and stuff, so that was something we wanted to sort.
And I think the only other thing was the open living. The previous house is very separated, and we wanted more of an easy indoor-outdoor space. And honestly, to renovate that to get what we were thinking was just not worth it. It was causing more problems. So the idea came to us to do a full knockdown rebuild and really make it the way we want, with access to outdoors and kitchen in a more open plan style that suits the family.
Most of the time, we hate the idea of coming home and having to turn lights on, even on a bright sunny day. So actually the whole design was kind of, we spent a lot of time on just increasing the size of windows and where to place them. We actually even did a mapping, the sun mapping initially to make sure that it's not just ad hoc, let's put a window here.
Yeah, I think the process that is outlined in the Marvel 360 home method is really seamless and thorough. So at every stage there's consultation with the Marvel team, and after discussion on the design plan and the costings came through, then as Rohan mentioned, with the upgrades we were able to go back to the design team and work through which upgrades we wanted to take and tweak the designs accordingly. So really move through that process really efficiently to achieve everyone's goals and outcomes.
There was a structure, there was a predetermined structure and a plan of how to achieve it. I would highly recommend going the fixed price method, because that totally eliminates one aspect of your stress. There will be a few little things that will pop up from time to time, but most of those, in our case, was actually more about upgrades. Things nothing to do with the original fixed price contract, but things that we wanted upgraded, such as our bench tops and whatnot. Those were the only, I wouldn't call it surprises, but those were the only additions that went through.
I think the plan is so thorough and so detailed, and what we loved is that it was shared with us, it was communicated with us, so we knew where to look and go back to the design plans or the costings, and we were involved at every stage in that consultation.
Speaking to my mates who've been through a similar process, I think the biggest difference we found with Marvel was the organization. And I just can't speak highly enough of it, especially with Mo. He was very organized. Everything in certain emails with headers and a Google spreadsheet with each and every decision that we had made and was signed off on. So there were numerous times that we had forgotten. We can open up on our phone and just look it up. So the organization of the way Marvel did it was a 12 out of 10. There's so many moving parts which I did not realize. To keep track of a million things. It's a tough job, and I can see where if there was someone less organized, that's where the friction would come in between the client and the builder. But that organization, I think, eliminated all of it.
Well, I think to be organised, you have a really detailed template. It's the level of detail that was captured on that Google spreadsheet and was communicated to us. So, anytime you needed to do something, you knew where to refer to, because pretty much every detail was captured on there from an early stage. And I can't speak highly enough of having that professional touch, because you think you've got a good sense of what you want, but you're going to multiple different suppliers and shops. So when you're looking at the flooring, you're just looking at the flooring. You forget what your paint color is or what your other choices in the kitchen cabinetry are, and does that go together? So having that professional insight into how to blend it all together, and Nancy was really good as a guide as to that, and choosing what strength to have your ceiling walls versus your walls of the house, and how it all ties up together. Yeah, we've really appreciated that professional guidance.